We want our own political party, one that reflects the multicultural nation that we have become. This is what democracy looks like. 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 TTIP. Our message is listen to us, hear our words. We want sustainable and tangible change. We don't just want tokenistic promises. We don't want it to come from a hegemonic point site. We want it to be for the people. So like how you see us out here with our white allies, it's because we're all suffering from the same hands of the same system, a capitalist system that refuses to take and acknowledge the people.
First Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 1. And it reads, Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. Verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. Call Allah Bashimashiach Yahawashai Ruha Rukakudash. Double honors to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles, and the community. Waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness, sincerity. Get them on say shalom. Let's get into this lesson. Said I was going to deal with Feminist Eve. I do a separate video regarding feminists of our people. Okay, that was Sasha Johnson. Okay, y'all remember she was the Black Lives Matter activist, right? She was the Black Lives Matter activist that got shot in the head, and to this day, you know, you have to pray for our people of Israel, even in the world, okay? She's never fully recovered, okay? At least she's in the land of the living. You know, you have to pray she really come into the knowledge and come out that, okay, that Isaiah 30:1 spirit, as y'all heard in the audio. My apologies, it might start a little blurry, but that was Sasha Johnson. Okay, the Most High is not really dealing with Black Lives Matter, led by George Soros and all these Babylonian setups to keep our people asleep. Okay, I will get into the old shooting. Okay, Salakia, there was a shooting, right? Reports has it there was a shooting in Jacksonville where a white supremacist went into a room and killed 3 so-called black people. I'm gonna deal with that later. All right. So that was a little short audio on Sasha Johnson. Let's deal with for the record, I am tackling feminist. Okay, the Most High not dealing with feminists, and I'm gonna deal with the precepts. Okay, I tried not to make this video too long, but I gotta go through, you know, my precepts. It's a lesson, so let's get on with it. To the point, as I just stated, the Most High is not dealing with feminists. He's not dealing with 2 parts wicked Eve. Okay, let's get 1 Corinthians 11:8. Probably read down to 12. Okay, And it reads, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man." And that's, that's a big issue in the United States of America. Chiefly the United States of America. This aftermath of slavery, Jim Crow, okay. Those times, when it was in segregation, sharecropping, okay, it goes under this curse. This aftermath is still dealing with us being under a curse. But it's a harsh warning for Israelites in the world. Okay, I'll be street about it. For wicked niggas in the world that's dealing with Jake and Eve, that's against his truth. The Most High is going to kill you in judgment. Okay? And that fury and wrath, when you read Ezekiel 11, Ezekiel 20, that wrath and fury is poured on this earth. So it's not a good time to be a feminist and be against the only road to salvation. Okay? 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 9, it reads, "Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." And, shout out to everyone that do the Kevin Samuels podcast, because his videos are telling the majority of those women that he deal with are wicked sisters, man, and wicked niggas. But he put their ass in check, man. And it's heartbreaking Kevin Samuels not with us no more. But you can learn from those podcasts. Okay, and shout out to that brother from Respond to Reality and all those brothers that put out Kevin Samuels videos. Because those videos are good to pay attention to for both Jake and Eve. The one thing Kevin Samuels podcast show is our people are lost and confused and under a curse, and those videos are bar none. Okay, you got beta male Jake, that's a simp that want the woman to rule him. Then you got these demon Eves that destroy families. They want half millionaires or millionaires, and then they don't even know how to submit to the men. And it's sad, but that's our people. We're the only nation that do that. No other nation does that. That's why I've said often on this platform, man, if you single, serve the Most High, man. Don't get jammed up. Don't get some lukewarm partner that's going to cost you damnation. That's going to cost you Salakia to be destroyed. It's not worth it. Serve the Most High and get the kingdom, and then worry about that in the world to come, which is close by. Okay, where we at? 1 Corinthians 11 and verse, I'm gonna read 9 again. "Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for man." Okay, and our sisters got a problem with that, man. Our sisters got a big problem with that. And I've given my testimony. I'm very guilty of dealing with so-called white women and Asian women. And I dealt with heathen women because our sisters are like, I've put this in comment boards on those Kevin Samuels podcasts. Our sisters are like psychologically shot. And if you get them pregnant, forget it. This dealing with these two parts of our sisters, and vice versa. Righteous sisters ending up with wicked niggas. Okay, like I think that's the whole Adam and Eve account. Eve had everything but listen to the serpent. Okay, and that's just the vibration with our people, man. That thing is like a disease. But on the day of the Lord's judgment, the wheat's gonna be separated from the tares, and the sheep's gonna be separated from the goats. And this nightmare reality in America, that thing gonna come to an end. And Christ is gonna bring about righteousness. Okay, niggas ain't have to go to no damn family court, worry about some blabbermouth, loudmouth, feminist Eve to destroy the family. And vice versa, if the men stripping women of everything they have just because they don't really know how to handle a good woman. Okay, let's read on. It was at 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter. I lost the page. Give me a minute. Salakia for the language, but you know, our people gotta come to grips with reality. In this case, responding to the truth, because the Most High of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he coming to melt this mother. You know what I'm saying? And be respectful. I don't want to be going off. We're gonna read. We're gonna jump down to 11. It reads, nevertheless, neither is the one. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the Lord. For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman, but all things of God. And that's the natural setup. You know, in America, all the women of the other nations, they know how to cleave to the man of their nation. That interracial integrating BS, that's something America push. And I'm gonna take it there. I know a lot of people hate this, but I'm gonna take it there. Read Genesis 6 in the Peter's account on integrating. When the sons of God integrated with the other people, the flood came and everyone was destroyed because it's a sin. Racism, white supremacy will tell you it's okay. Even when you go into the Genesis account, when you go into Genesis 27, 28, 29 and beyond, Edom integrated with the nations, but you know, the promise wasn't given to them. So they brought that vibration to America on a high level. And the only people you see integrating with the other people is Jacob. I mean, I was guilty of it. I mean, I didn't make, thank God I didn't get no one pregnant, but I was guilty. But the Lord is against it. So if you're caught doing it now, you could probably get jammed up in that nuclear destruction. So you gotta come out of it. I know that's harsh, but the first time it was the flood, but this time it's gonna be thermonuclear destruction, and you're gonna be burnt to ashes if you don't break away and quick. It's just the way it is. Okay, reading on. We're still in 1 Corinthians 11 and verse. Let's see. Let's read verse 12. It says, for as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman, but all things of God. Okay, I read that. Verse 13, read, judging yourselves, it is comely that a woman pray unto God uncovered. That's just going in. When you read down, it's going to, the setup in prayer, the woman should have something overhead, and the men heads, when you read it, it give you the instructions on prayer, things of that nature. Okay, let's read on. Let's read on. Let's get 1 Timothy 2 and 12. Let's get 1 Timothy 2 and verse 12. Give me one moment. First Timothy 2 and verse 12. I'm coming, y'all. All right, here we go. 1 Timothy chapter 2. And I want verse 12. It reads. I'm going to start at verse 11. It reads, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. And you can forget it in America, man. You could forget that in America, with an exception of the women of the elect and the elect and remnant body of Israel. The rest, you can forget it, man. Okay, I'm gonna read that again. 1 Corinthians 2:11. It reads, "Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection." Okay. Let me read on. Verse 12. "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." That's a hard thing in America, man. And you know, you have to reflect on what happened from 70 AD till today. But it was the Most High punishing us as a nation. That's what a lot of you women, you niggas too, but mainly the women, y'all, the women of Israel, so-called African American women, especially them. They can't deal with this. They can't deal with thus said the Lord. They want to deal with the Duke University. Okay, they want to deal with the New York University scholarship degree. That BS, that cap and gown nonsense. Okay, I told you how I feel about that college rhetoric. 4 years of college, cap and gown, and you're in financial debt for the rest of your life. And you probably get a manager job at maybe a hotel or, I don't know, Foot Locker. It's madness. This shit's a scam. Slack you for the language. It's the biggest scam in the universe. But to the topic, you know, the Most High not really dealing with the wisdom and knowledge of this world. Roughly paraphrasing, you know, the Most High said the knowledge of this world is foolishness. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. You have to learn this truth and come back to your heritage before this destruction hit. Because once the nuclear bombs come down, that's a wrap. Okay, let's read that again. Second Slakia. 1 Timothy 2 and verse 11. It reads, "Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection." Verse 12. "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." You know, that's a tough out for most of our sisters, okay? We're gonna read on. It says, "For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived," being the weaker vessel, "was in the transgression." Okay? And the woman is the weaker vessel. You know, I had a rib, you know, slacking, not a rib, but she was someone that works at the hotel every now and then. I won't put her name out there. Nice lady. And she's going into how she go into prisons trying to teach men and help men get on their feet. And that's good and dandy. But, you know, the women in America, North America, chiefly Negro women, Slakia, especially Negro women, chiefly Negro women, they're forgotten on another level who they are. And they think it's cool to rule men. And I've seen that in real time. I've seen women, okay, one time at the job, I've seen a woman literally bullying her man. It seemed awkward as hell, but the guy was scared to like get defensive, so he kind of played he played a weaker position. Okay, and that's how it is here in America. And with this doomsday clock ticking, really going into prophecy and that great judgment, you know, my message tonight is to come back into the knowledge and the commandments of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The hell with all that other nonsense and rhetoric. Okay? I just read it. The Most High says y'all not supposed to rule over men. And, you know, I've mentioned the Kevin Samuels podcast. Only thing they try to do is deflect, but they can't really deal with reality, nor respect their position. Okay, there's an account in Genesis. They're supposed to submit. I think that's Genesis 3. They're supposed to submit to their husband. They don't even want to do that. In America, the woman wants to be both woman and the man in the house and have the last say so. Okay, and that's why, on these podcasts, Kev tell them, man, just buy you a pet. Or raise up, you know what? I'm not going to go there. Y'all know what I'm saying, though. So it's difficult dealing with Eve. Okay. And y'all have to come out the spirit before it's too late. I mean, it's vice versa. It's more so a message for the women out there of our people, of our nation. So-called blacks, Latinos, natives, so-called, the people scattered to the four corners of the earth. That's Israel. Because the clock is ticking. Okay. And you see what's happening with this war build up. I mentioned that in the video past, and that sudden destruction is going, it's going to be nasty. Billions of people are going to die in this judgment day, when the Lord and the host, the heaven, the angels, a lot of Israelites are going to die, and a lot of these Israelites are going to be live our women, because they refuse this truth. Okay, let's read on. Let's get Exodus 22 and 18. Okay. Let's read Exodus 22 and 18. Time is running out, Israel. That's all I can tell y'all. And you have to wonder about this election year. And then a lockdown, a war-like conflict. Okay, you have a lot of migrants, and I'm not talking about the Latino migrants. Remember, you had Chinese migrants. There's a lot of reports that some of them are under Xi Jinping's order. They found their way through the borders and they setting up shop. Okay. And God only knows what's going to happen if we're still here and that day get close. Because we know the last time the election year came, they locked this place up, man. And it could happen again. It could very well happen again, but we'll see. We're all going to find out if it be of the Lord's will. Exodus 22 and verse 18, and it reads, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." And that witchcraft spirit, it's extremely bad with our sisters. The men too. Like Eve prostitute themselves, but in any of these major cities throughout the United States of America, the men doing it too. Y'all know I'm going. And the Lord not with that. But Eve, real testimony, family. On my own job, long as court proceeding, going on 9 years of that headache. It was 2 Eves. Okay, I might have brought this out a while back. One was Southern Kingdom. Okay, the Lord finally brought a fair judgment on that, painfully. But the Northern Kingdom one's still there. And that one is in a higher position than the Southern Kingdom. For no reason. Y'all go to my oldest videos. Y'all see what I'm talking about. It's all there. And I tell all my Israelites, man, that listen in. Well, but I tell you like the Most High say, you got to endure to the end. Don't let some heathen run you out of your livelihood, and don't let some wicked Israelite run you out your livelihood. That's warfare. Shout out to the elder Zabak. He brought it out. It's getting to a point where the Israelites are going to stand firm against the wicked. Okay, even if it's our own, chiefly in the world. But we getting close to that time, y'all, and I'm not taking nothing from nobody. Okay, general disclaimer, I ain't taking shit from nobody. Excuse my language, y'all. But, this isn't the Christian church. I'm going to tell y'all straight. Stand your damn ground in these last days. Don't let nobody get between your salvation. Okay? You pray for your people, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you have to do too. In a legal sense, don't go out there and physically put hands on no one, don't get no weapons. I'm not saying that. But you fight it as legal as possible. That's all I'm telling y'all. Okay? And it's really sad when it's your own people. But you have something called Zephaniah 13:8 in this oracle. And there's got to be a 2 parts. Let's read on. Exodus 22:18, it reads, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Okay? And that feminist spirit, that's a witch-like spirit, man. Okay? And the Lord is against that. A lot of these weak-ass niggas that marry into these women, these like Kev called them beta males, let the woman do whatever they want to them. Well, it's not wise. Okay, I don't think a woman respect a weak man. I doubt it. Okay, but that bossy, sassy, feminist mentality, the Lord gonna burn that away. Okay, he gonna burn that spirit away, and the Israelite women that move in that vibration, unless you repent, you know, the Most High gonna destroy you. Unless you repent. Okay, just to put that out there. Right? Let's get Deuteronomy 22:22. Let's move on. Let's get Deuteronomy. Let's get Deuteronomy 22. Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 22. It reads, if a man be found lying with a woman married to another, married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. Okay, that's really going into adultery. You know, some of these feminists, they get in that mood where they want to destroy another, you know, family. All this stuff under this curse that we're under, these things happen in Israel. Okay, in the world and in the truth, these things play out, and you don't want to get jammed up in adultery. I done a video. I have an old video regarding that, and I suggest many to listen to it. You don't want to get caught up in adultery, and you don't want to get caught blaspheming the Holy Spirit, because you really gonna have problems. Okay, let's read that again. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. Yeah, that's really dealing with adultery, and that adultery spirit is heavy. Okay, don't get jammed up in these last days. And the Most High gonna try. He gonna try us as gold is tried in the fire. So many tests is going to come. These days of Jacob's trouble increase. You know, your shields got to be up. And the best way to have your shields up is to be in these commandments. That's it. Don't get jammed up in all this other stuff. Because we see the war build up. And I warn y'all to pay close attention to the war buildup, because it's only going to increase, Israel. It's only going to get worse and worse, and we could be coming to some hard times here. They lock down again. That's going to be the end of it for a lot of us. Okay, but the Lord, you know, the Lord's he's gonna provide in these turbulent times that's approaching, and it's coming right at us, right? Let's read Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5. Okay. It reads, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God." And, you know, for our sisters that don't know, I mean, you didn't know, but it's a commandment for y'all to be in modest-like apparel. Wear your dress. Okay, y'all supposed to be in a nice, pretty dress. Okay, for, you know, the sisters that like to work out. If you got your gym gear, fine. Do what you gotta do in the gym, but when you out the gym, just honor the Most High. And it's hard. Okay, I know this is real hard for our people to come out of the ways of Babylon the Great. Right? Don't the Most High tell you that in Revelation, the 18th chapter? Revelations 18:1 to at least 4. It says, come out of her, my people. Okay? Be not partakers of her sins, because this place is going to be judged. Okay? Read that again from the top. Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5, it reads, "The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God." So the Lord is against women, okay, wearing pants, that damn G.I. Jane spirit. The Most High not with that. Y'all ass gotta get in line, or you're gonna get put away in judgment. And it's a lot of angels on the left-hand side. Okay, roughly paraphrasing, a lot of evil angels are already on this earth. And it should be a wake-up call, right? Second half of this lesson. I'm almost done. I'm getting there. I ain't done one of these in a long time. Let's go back to 1 Corinthians 11 and 8. And I do my best to give edification. I love y'all, but if you're not with the Lord's program, you know, you're going to get judged and destroyed in these days of Jacob's trouble as it continues to increase. 1 Corinthians 11:8, we're going to revisit it. It reads, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man." Okay. No, brothers that's single, I'm going to always wear this record out. Just serve the Most High, man. Find your place in this truth and do the work. Same for the sisters, man. Find your place in this truth and just serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It don't make no sense to get jammed up in these relationships. Then things go left. Then you break up. Then you get frustrated. And like most of our people, remember, 2 parts is that's a big portion of our people that's going to miss the kingdom. You know, in the frustrations, they're going to have a reason to leave the truth. And it ain't going to be nuke food or judgment. You're just walking, you're going to be bait for judgment. You know, the Most High say you're a dog back into your own vomit. Y'all know what I'm saying. And you don't want to move in that vibration while this thing is winding down. Okay? Just got to respect the respective positions. Once you hang it up on the truth, it's over. You will be destroyed for that. Okay? Let's get Proverbs 10 and 3. Try to wind this thing down a bit. Proverbs 10 and 3, and it reads from the top. "The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he chasteth away the substance of the wicked. That's none of gashing on these wicked getting in the kingdom. It's never going to happen. Okay? And this is going back into that feminist mentality of our sisters. The Lord not dealing with it. Okay? If you're a feminist, it's either you repent or, be judged. That's what's going to happen. Same for our brothers that's going off, violating the Levitical laws. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Them too. If our people don't repent, like I said, there's gonna be a 2 parts. There have to be a 2 parts. And the judgment coming. Okay. Let's get Deuteronomy. Let's try Deuteronomy 20 and 18. Let's see what that says. Check this out. It reads, Deuteronomy 20 and 18, it reads, they that teach you not to do after all their abominations, which they have done unto their gods, dealing with the wickedness of Babylon the Great, so should you sin against the Lord your God. And America encourages that you just stay in sin. Okay? That's been the vibration of this place. They teach you every manner of paganism. Okay? Hollywood, that sickness. Okay? All the damn entertainers, okay, from Jay-Z and Beyonce, even sports entertainment, they take all types of weird oaths to hold these positions, man. Okay? There's nowhere in the scriptures that teach you got to be a Mason to be somebody. So all that Illuminati bullshit, the Most High not with that. That's dealing with the wickedness of this Babylonian setup that's controlled by these wicked elites. And the Most High's not with their vibration. Read this from the top. Check it out. Deuteronomy 20 and 18, it reads, they that teach you not to do after all their abominations, which they have done unto their gods, serving other gods, obviously, so should ye sin against the Lord your God. Okay, it's a question like similitude. I get, family, when you in the world you don't know. Okay, but once you come into the knowledge of this truth, this is decision time. Okay? And you got to come out the ways of this place before it's too late. Because that greater judgment, okay, from Jacob's trouble hitting turbulence, which is about to enter into, obviously, to the great doomsday and the deliverance. Better pray you on the right-hand side. And for ye feminists, that spirit not gonna work. That spirit will not cut it. But I'm just a messenger. Okay? Let's read on. Let's get Proverbs. Let's go back to Proverbs. Proverbs 6 and verse 24. Yo, check it. It reads, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Okay? I'll read that again. It says, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. And that's twofold. That's dealing with the women of the other nation, but that's also dealing with a heathen-minded Israelite woman. Okay? That's just Hellenized. Okay? It's like the sister I was kicking it with. She mean well, but it's not really her job to be working with men like that, trying to order men and give men instruction. That's on that woman king nonsense, man. Right? That's that spirit that our sisters move in. That I teach. She was like, I teach too. I'm on the corner. In most cases, if the one brother don't show up in Spring Valley, that's upstate New York, not Manhattan, but upstate New York, I'm at risk, but you have to make yourself a living sacrifice for the Most High. You got to do that. Okay? The Most High want us to be a living sacrifice, but it's the men that lead, not some, blabbermouth, woman that want to rule men, that feminist vibration. God's not with that. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is against the woman ruling over the man. They learned that in slavery and in these times we live in. Okay, but the time is going to run out. And that whole conflict, with the shooting in Jacksonville, the Lord he's going to keep killing our people until the rest of our people wake up. And yes, that was retaliation from the whole Alabama boat scene where the brothers attacked the Edomites after the Edomites took down the Jake initially. Yeah, that's retaliation, and that's also a race war. It's the buildup of a race war. Yeah, Isaiah, 13:13 through 15. That's what that is, and that's going to increase. The Most High is going to continue to show the weak-minded of our people who their enemy is through bloodshed until they wake the hell up. Okay, that's unfortunate. We lost some people today, but it's warfare, and this warfare it's only going to increase. Okay, let's carry on with the scriptures. We're going to stay in Proverbs real quick. Proverbs 6 and verse 25, it reads, "Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids." Okay? "For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress will hunt for the precious life." And a lot of mighty men fall victims to, wicked women. Okay, that goes on because these manly feminist women, they have their moments where they want to be a regular woman. So they're, like I said, they'll destroy a whole family. They're not the committing type. We see that in Kevin Samuel's podcast all the time, right? So brothers, you got to stay on point, and sisters, y'all got to stay on point too. Okay, let's read on. Let's get Genesis 3 and 4. Let's get Genesis 3 and 4. Why not? I'm going to start at Genesis 3 and 3. It reads, "But of the fruit of the tree, which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, you shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not die." Okay. And we all know what happened. She ate of the fruit, and they wasn't naked, but they went into sin. So you read chapters 3, 4, and 5, all the way into Cain and Abel, you will see that there were already nations of people in Eden. So no one was but naked. It was dealing with them losing their respective place. They lost their position. Okay, they were sons of God. They were given top position, and they fell from grace. And that pattern played out all the way into the children of Israel to this very day. And we're still at the bottom, but once Christ, Hamashiach Yahushua come through, we won't be at the bottom no more. It's prayer of the elect and remnant body. And to be of the elect remnant body, you have to make yourself a living sacrifice, and you have to do this work. Okay? Let's read Isaiah 32. Winding down. Hadn't done one of these lessons in a minute. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse, let's see what I want. Let's try verse 9. It reads, excuse me, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. And that's the Most High calling the women of Zion back. Y'all got to come back. At least the remnant. Okay? All the mother feminists out there. I mean, look what happened to Sasha Johnson. Okay? And it's sad. She took a bullet to the dome and survived. But, you know, she's not herself. And that's going to happen to all these women with that vibration. Okay? That think they could tell a man what to do. Okay, that's not going to work. Even the sisters kind of jammed up in that lifestyle, if y'all know what I'm saying. What y'all going to do when these Ku Klux Klan and militant groups come at y'all wholesale, and there's no man to really guide? You know what's going to happen? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to be PG-13 about it at least. When these days play out in Jacob's trouble, they gonna wish they had a man in their midst. Okay? The mighty men that's left on this earth are the Hebrew Israelite men. Okay? That's it. Because when them race wars hit full gear, and we could be coming into that thing, especially with this election year. Okay? Just had an incident in Florida, and there's so much more where that come from. So for all you women that think y'all gonna rule and be the dominant vessel to lead the people, y'all gonna be made example, like that sister in England, unfortunately. That's what's gonna happen. And the Lord gonna keep killing a lot of our people until y'all get in order. Straight up. Isaiah 32 and 9 from the top. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. So y'all got to come on home. That's basically what he's saying. You got to come home before it's too late. Come back to the commandments. Okay. We're Israelites. We're not so-called African Americans. We're not two nations in one. We're not the color of a acrylic crown box. Okay. If you look on the map, there's no place called the land of black. Okay, that can't be found on the map. That's all hip talk that was set up when they stripped when they stripped us of our identity during slavery. So little terms, okay, that's where these terms come from. Right? So come back to the Most High, or like I've been saying, come back to the Most High or be judged. Okay? Let's get 1 Kings 3 and 16. I'm almost done. I'm getting there. And this is a spirit our sisters got to get out of. I get so tired of seeing our sisters moving like harlots on the damn street. 1 Kings 3 and 16, it reads, Then came there two women that were harlots unto the king and stood before him. And, I mean, in my line of work, I see that too much, man. Our daughters of Zion just acting like prostitutes for a living. And that's not a good way to live, because you're not promised the next day. You know what I'm saying? It breaks my heart. I've been in hospitality for a long time, and it's a horrific sight to see our daughters with these strange people, and a lot of them don't even come back. Okay, there was a hotel. There used to be a hotel in Midtown Manhattan called the Carter, and they used to find a lot of prostitutes just chopped up in garbage bags. That's what happened to our sisters. A lot of our sisters are kidnapped. Okay. You know, even doing that whole pride thing, I noticed a lot of our sisters, they're taking care of whole families. But it's a trap because they don't have a hedge of protection. Excuse me. They don't have that protection. Okay. And this is what happened when you reject the order the Most High set up, which I opened this video with. Okay. But I'm only talking to the elect, God willing. So I know two parts of our people, they don't want to hear it anyways. And that's fine. But they're going to have to watch that thermonuclear missile come down and burn them away. Okay. That's what's going to happen to two parts of our people. But for those of us seeking salvation, you better keep these commandments. That's the warning. That's the warning with this message. Okay. Let's wind down. Let's get the remaining precepts. Let's read Titus 2 and 4. Let's get Titus 2 and 4. And this is what women's supposed to do, right? Titus 2 and 4 reads that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. And you know what that's going into? Family. And feminist women is against that. Okay? Like, shout out to the Elder Zabak. He said at a camp one time, a lot of women, man, this is like, you know what? I'm not gonna go there. It's just sad. I'm not gonna pull that line. I was gonna go there, but I don't want my video to get struck down. Okay. They just gonna go out lonely and with their pet. That's it. I was about to go somewhere else, but I don't want it to be too hardcore. I want to be friendly as I can. Okay. But the elder went into how our sisters, you know, they're just psychologically messed up, man. Okay. And then a lot of them, they don't give Jake a chance. You know, and the ones that do give Jake a chance, they find a reason why they don't want to be with the brother. Okay. Because that integrating thing, I'm going to go there again. If the flood came the first time, it's a guarantee nuclear missiles coming. Okay. So that notion of integrating, it's mid-plane. And I've done videos on integrating. It's not I'm against it. The God Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is against it. And if you choose, I'm going to do it no matter what the scriptures say, you're going to perish. Okay. I prefer a sister. Okay. A Latina, a Native American, a Taino. Just any one of the tribes that's on the, listed in you know, among our people. The 12 tribes listed like Revelation 7, you know. I'll take my sisters from the nations. But this curse make it difficult. Right? But I still have to reach out to them. At least through exhortation when I'm at camp. Right? Let's read on. Titus 2 and 4. That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children. That's the woman's job. Okay, let's read on. Psalms 101 and 4. We almost done. Psalms 101 and verse 4. And it reads, a froward heart shall depart from me. I will not know a wicked person. That feminist vibration is wicked. And the Most High will not, he's not going to know a wicked person come the day of the Lord. The wicked's going to perish. So if you're a feminist, you might want to second that vibration. Tone it down a bit. Excuse me. Do some soul searching. I grew up in the ways of the world. I kept the ways of Catholicism and tried to walk in that vibration, but after a while, that grew boring. Going to church every Sunday, singing and dancing, getting no lesson. And if you ask them any questions, they threw you out. Okay. So once I came into the knowledge of the truth, this was it. And it's a warning for a lot of our people. You have to soul search. You don't need no DNA.com. You don't need Ancestry.com. You need none of that BS. There's a Timothy's account that squashes that, and the Romans account squash it. Okay? Numbers 1 and 18, you are who your fathers are. And if you come out this diaspora, you of the diaspora, the Most High calling you. He calling you to come home, keep these commandments before the scariest judgment day of all hit America. Going into that nuclear destruction, the final exodus back into the wilderness, onto Zion, and pray you on the right-hand side of the judgment. Because America time has come. Okay, I'm going to say this again. Some very turbulent days is coming to this country. And the only way to survive is to be in the Lord's commandments. Okay? Not being a feminist demon. Okay? Not being you soft-ass niggas. Sorry, I'm going to say it that way. A beta male, that's not going to cut it. You better keep these commandments or the Lord's going to destroy you. Okay? We're going to end it here. I made it to the end of my lesson. Zephaniah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. And with that, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Power of Israel, Yahweh, Ba'Shem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness and sincerity. Israel, I love y'all. We got next. Shalom.